Alright, I'm gonna turn the microphone on a bit early. Hello. There's a couple things I want to go over at the start of this stream. I want to first play all of the new follower notifications. Hi, hello! I am so happy you're here. Okay, so I'm going to manually play all of the followers that we got, because I did get a bunch of follows. So I just want their names to appear on the screen for completeness sake. It'll be in the top left notification. I wonder where Duckdirk is. They're usually here. Alright. Got 3 more to go. Pop, pop, pop. Hi, Rose! It's good to see you! So, my sister's on the stream today. Feel free to say hi and interact. And then the last follower that we just got 40 minutes ago. And stream is about to start. I know it's at 0. I want this to actually do it. For those wondering, by the way, this is a fake PlayStation startup. You made it just in time. I know. I know. Oh, I am so excited for stream today. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to talk about. First things first. We are actually 15 followers away from reaching the affiliate program. Believe it or not. So at 50 followers, we're definitely going to break the other requirements today. But at 50 followers, we get to join the affiliate program, which I think is how you make like $1 an hour when you stream or something. I'm not quite sure if I remember that. And then, yeah, so also I did a little bit of thinking on it, and I would like to try and make 3-hour streams a day instead of 2 at $1 an hour. I mean, it's a joke, but Twitch affiliate, I'm assuming, doesn't pay a lot unless you're like a big time streamer, so. But you know, like, it's a little bit of chunk change, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm poking people who can just throw a follow to try and get the number up, even if they're not necessarily interested in watching. But yeah, growth just for having fun. I know, it's like, it's not super important, but it's a milestone I'd love to hit, just because, you know, would be cool to say I did it. And those are the 2 things I want to cover. We're going to go an hour over today, and we're going to try doing 3-hour streams from now on. So without further ado, let's get started on Final Fantasy VIII. So last stream, where did we start last stream? I think we started last stream meeting Quistis at the secret area. Oh yeah, Rose. Hi. Mandy is my sister. just as a heads up. So yeah. And so we met Quistis. We told Quistis that we are emotionally unavailable and cannot do anything in terms of listening. After that, we met somebody again that we had seen before, a green girl in a shawl. I'm sorry. I am nervous today. I'm very sleep deprived, so I'm gonna have to warm up the streamer voice a little bit. A girl in a green shawl. After which we got orders to go help a resistance faction, who we are currently hanging out with at the moment. And we are going to kidnap the president of Delling City through a very convoluted train hijacking mission. And we got our ass kicked by a curse lamp that our headmaster gave us. Alright, so I do think that I could beat this fight if I really prep for it. I want to see really quick the way they follow your steps, all the things I forgot. Oh, you're gonna love this stream. So I do want to say that I think we can beat that boss if we do some prep work. So we have some Phoenix Downs. What I'm thinking that we're going to do, the way I'd like to try it, is I'm going to do a bit of menuing. I'm going to give everyone the item command, I think. I'm like trying to focus on the game, but I'm just so excited today. So we're going to give everyone the item commands so that they can use Phoenix Downs. I'd also like to swap junction with Selfie and Quistis, because Quistis is not going to be in the party for a bit. Where is the exchange command? I don't remember where this is at. Switch. Okay. So switch these two. Go in here. Oh. They just didn't have anything equipped. That'll do it. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to actually refine some of the wizard stones that we got in the last stream into endgame magic. Thundagas. I think that's how you say it. We're going to just refine all of them we can. So we're going to get 80 Thundagas, that is endgame magic. And then I'm going to junction that to Selfie's magic stat. To increase it by 38 points. What other magic do we have? Magic. I might want to steal some from another party member. Okay, we have some thunders, so that works fine. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I want to distribute blinds across the party, because if he cannot hit us with physical attacks, then what is going to happen is he's just going to cast gravity magic, which cannot kill us. So we're going to put 5 on each party member, and we're going to just spam blind until it's dead. Alright. Then I'm going to do a quick save. Yeah, I'm like so happy you could make it to the stream today. Alright, we're going to do a boss fight to try and obtain a Guardian Force. I'm hoping that this goes better. We're going to do one attempt and then we're going to continue with the game story. I'm a little distracted. That is perfectly fine. That is what streams are for. They are for the background. So we're going to just cast some blinds. Because the last time, once we blinded it, it couldn't really do much against us. Yeah, so we're just going to get some misses. It's to be expected. Who dares disturb my sleep with these hands, sir? Yes. Yeah, well, you know, as mentioned, we do have a VOD channel if you want to watch them in hindsight. You don't have to be to every stream. So if we can get a blind off, we should be home free for this fight. So far, no luck on that. And then if it does connect, if one of the attacks gets through the blind, then we have items now, so we can just resurrect. I remember you doing certain battles over and over. Yeah. It is eventually going to get to that point. We can cast blind twice. Sure. And then we'll start doing some damage. I will say this is an 18+ stream, so nothing bad typically happens, but I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that. But yeah, I actually did have to remind Rose to show up to stream today. Alright, so I think the blind is on the enemy now. We should be fine from here on out. And just spam limit breaks. Yeah, that's the blind status effect. No worries. Yeah, I think there's a filter or setting actually I need to turn on that will prompt people that it needs to be 18 plus. That's... Yep. And now we're free to just hit it a lot until it falls over, and then this fight should be done. Let's see what 40 magic looks like. It's not as strong as I thought it would be, but it's still pretty decent. I think I was obsessed with Shiva. Yeah. Very glad that my Steam notifications do not show up on stream. I forgot to sign out of friends chat. So this is just going to be us doing a lot of limit breaks until it falls over. Because this is a pretty difficult fight, and I don't want to spend too much time here. They are going to start getting harder, so it's going to matter more and more that we have better stats. Haste. Oh, let's cast Fire, that's damage. Alright. 200 damage is 200 damage. At this point, it's just a wall of hit points. Yep, okay, so Zell is fallen over. We have some Phoenix Sounds to deal with that. Let's get some good spells. Let's cast 3 Thunders. Burn a Phoenix down. Zell? Yeah, you remember all the characters. It's coming back. Or was that because Zell died? That's probably because Zell died. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I will say that this is probably the hardest fight you can do on Disc 1. And we're doing it kind of early. Just because I don't want to have to... It's a bit of a spoiler, but you unlock a Guardian Force when you beat this fight. And that's why we're doing it, so that we have more options, because Shiva is kind of becoming outclassed. We're doing a challenge on this playthrough where we only equip 1 Guardian Force at a time per character. So it's just gonna be a lot of the same attacks. We'll consider this the I am showing off people's limit break stream. At least at the start. And then, yep, cast some Thunders. This thing has way too many hit points. I might do a scan actually and just see how much is left. Roll the React Eye. let's do a scan. How many hit points do we have left to go through on this boss? Not many at all, 1,800. Alright. Looks good to me. So yeah, we're kind of abusing mechanics as hard as we can right now. Also, we did waste a bunch of wizard stones, which I'm hoping we don't need for weapon refinement later. But I am okay with doing that to speed this fight up a little bit. Alright. And some Blizzards. We are almost done with this boss fight. Some ice magic. Yeah, he's mad. He can get over it. Cast a Thunder, do another round of dueling. I don't think there's a lot of early game fights that take this long. Okay, it's finally done. We have defeated the Guardian Force, Diablos, and we got a triple triad card and some ability points. Would anybody like to name the Guardian Force? I'll give it about 30 seconds. First name I see in chat. You got about 15 more seconds if you want to name the Guardian Force. Otherwise, we're going to stick with the default name. Schubert. Okay. We will name them Schubert. I have no idea how to say that. So it's just going to be Schubert. I think there's enough room for that. You pronounced it correctly. Good. Schubert is the name of this Guardian Force. We did it. And now that we've done that, we're going to heal and we're going to continue with the game. I want to look at the Guardian Force though. So this is the Guardian Force we just got. Schubert. They start at level 9. I will show them off in a combat encounter, but I want to look at their learned abilities first. So we have a Magic Junction, a Health Point Junction, set up to 3 abilities, which is already learned. Dark Side and Mug, which I happen to know are both attack commands. And what else? Time and Space Magic Refinement, Status Magic Refinement, and Counter Half. So this is kind of a attack / magic focused Guardian Force. They seem to do both. Who is currently stuck with Shiva? I wish there was an easier way to see it. Squall is stuck with Shiva. Okay, so we're going to unequip Shiva and equip Schubert. Which is a very silly name. And then we're going to put some magics on our magic refinement. And we're going to start training Schubert. Because I would like... let's put some Asunyas on there. I would like to start training a Guardian Force that is not Shiva. I do think eventually all of these ability points are going to be maxed out. Hit junction, we don't really need that for Squall because their accuracy is 255%. Dark Side and Mug. I'm gonna learn Mug, because with Mug we can start getting... Once we learn Mug, it's gonna take a while to learn it, but once we learn it we're gonna start getting items a lot quicker, because this is just replacing the attack command. Not having attack junction is going to hurt a little bit, I will be honest. So maybe I want to learn Dark Side instead. I don't know. I don't know what I want to learn. Let's... Had to leave for a second. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's part of streaming. I don't expect you to be paying attention for every second of every moment that happens here. People come and go all the time. As a matter of fact, there's someone who's usually in the streams that is not here today. Let's see... Status magic... I actually am not sure what I want to learn here. I might just junction to hit points. Oh, hi! Yeah, so I was just talking about you. Hello? I'm sorry if you missed the beginning of the stream, you didn't miss a lot. We just beat the boss. Manifested, I know. Okay, I'm gonna learn Health Point Junction. Just because I think it will help with the not having a lot of attack. Duck Dragon, yeah, that's you. And then we do have the Magic Junction, so we can... No, actually, I'm gonna learn Dark Side. I want to use Dark Side. That's it. I want to use Dark Side. End of discussion. So this Guardian Force is going to take a bit of training. This one is already working on some stuff. Elemental attack. I might actually stick Shiva. I might stick Shiva on a different party member. What does Quistis have equipped right now? Siren? Wait, Quistis is not... Okay, what does Zell have equipped at the moment? Okay. Oh, yeah, we need to switch that. We don't want to learn Summon Magic up. Gonna just double check all of the abilities that are being learned at the moment. Make sure they're things that we actually want to learn. When we equip Shiva again, we probably want to learn Strength Junction, because we want to have another physical attacker. Alright, I think that is everything that we're going to do here, so we're going to go ahead and save. And we're going to continue with the story. So just as a refresher, we are about to try and kidnap the president. I will also say that the controls are not correctly mapped because we are playing on the PC version and using an Xbox controller to play a PlayStation 2 game, which feels cursed, but also it shows the keyboard controls instead of the Xbox controls. So I have a piece of paper written down that's hopefully going to help with this. I'm going to just stick it up here. The gist of what we're doing is we are stealing a train car, and we are doing so with some game mechanics. We go on red, we stop on blue, and then we input some codes, which I have written down. And without further ado, I'm going to save my game again, because I don't remember if I saved the game while I was talking. Save the game. Alright, we've been playing for 5 hours now at this point also, so congratulations on the 5-hour mark. Have you seen the dummy of the president, sir? There's a dummy of the president, apparently. Interesting. There's a clipping from a magazine. Anarchist Monthly. Okay. It's just an article about how the dictator president stays in power. I was told there was a dummy of the president somewhere. Where is it at? It's not here. I'm gonna look for it for a little bit longer. There it is. I'm in a bad mood right now. If there is nothing in particular, I want you to leave immediately. Huh. I guess it's like a magically animated dummy of the president that we're kidnapping. Interesting. Alright. Let's get the mission started proper. Are you ready? We're gonna lock in. Yeah. I'm ready. Okay, so go on red, stop on blue. Okay, walk on blue, and then go on red. Got it. Easy peasy. The president's car. Sir, everything is in order, sir. Very irritable is what the president seems to be. I'm wondering if it's going to affect his paycheck next month. Because he wants to propose to someone. Interesting. First, escort. We're going to uncouple this first. Oh, there's going to be guards coming. Oh, I'm starting to remember this. Okay. Hold down H to look at your left and release it to go back. I don't remember... Yeah, I remember. Here we go. 4 minutes left. Alright, we're gonna fail it on purpose and go back up, go back up, go back up. Okay. This is tense. Go back down, go back down. 2, 4, 2, 1. Code 2 confirmed. 4142. That's all 3 codes. Car uncoupled. There it goes. Oh, there's a little chocobo in the back. And we have recoupled. Alright. I think we have 1 or 2 more uncouplings to do, and then we're home free. I'm reporting it again. But this time it's the dummy. Saying the exact same phrase that we heard it say earlier. I'm in a bad mood right now. There's nothing in particular. I order you to leave immediately. It worked! It was convincing enough. They're a little confused. I'm wondering if it's the right train, but they're too distracted by the pay cuts to notice anything out of particular. Alright, one more uncoupling. 2 guards on here. Which means we're going to have to watch ourselves this time. Let's get this over with. Here we go. 2422. Four, 3, 2, 2. Go back up, go back up, go back up, go back up, go back up. Okay. We have one more code to enter and we're fine. Go back down. 4143. I think that's it. Wait, 3221. There's another one. Four, 144. Code 5 confirmed. How many codes are there? Okay. That's all 5. Alright. I think we did it. Yep. Oh yeah, we can uncouple ourselves. Alright, that's why it was only 2. And then we activate the switch track. And we escape with the President's car. We did it! We did it! We kidnapped the President! Let's go! Finally, we waited so long for this encounter. We're getting compliment bombs. Our seed rank went up for a successful operation. Alright. And they probably are going to make us do it for them with the confrontation. So we talk to Renoa when we're done. We gotta make sure our Guardian Force is equipped, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. We have some Guardian Forces equipped. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Whew. That's probably one of the more stressful parts of the game. I'm going to be honest. Alright. Now we're going to talk to Renoa to confront the kidnapped president. I'm going to put quotes around confront because I don't actually think the game has explained what that means. But we're ready. Let's go confront the president and go engage with some serious negotiations. President Delling. As long as you don't resist, you won't get hurt. While they're being soft. And if I do resist, what would you do, young lady? Something seems off. I'm what they call a body double. All these rumors about the many resistance groups in Timber. You pass along a little false information and they fall for it. And they called us amateurs. Something is very wrong. and his speaking patterns are starting to get erratic. He's losing. He's completely losing it, whoever this is. And now we're in a fight. Alright, let's engage with some serious negotiations with President Fake Delling. We fell for it. Oh no. Should probably check for magic and see if they have anything useful to draw. 212. Okay, so our magic is starting to actually do a bit of damage. He bit us. Oh, I forgot to equip the draw command. Okay, I really need to remember that after this fight. The president bit us. Okay, he fell over. And something's going on. Alright, well there it is. That's the body double. Ugly little thing. I'm gonna scan it. Analyze. A monster that posed as President Delling attacks with its deformed arms and status attacks. Also, the screen is vibrating because we're on a train. I forgot to check if it was weak to anything. It's not that hard of a fight. Ow. Okay, I'm blinded. And slowed, I think, because my status bar is blue. Gruesome. Ow! It hit me with its arm. Yeah, so we're just gonna cast spells on it until it dies. We're back to easy fights again for a bit. Wait, I want to cast the new Guardian Force we got. Did I just get silenced? I just got silenced. Okay, that's annoying. I'm gonna cast a Remedy so we can show this off a bit more. And I'm gonna Cure. He's a politician whose weaknesses are being held accountable in midterms. Alright, so we're gonna wait a bit, because I want Squall to actually be able to summon the new Guardian Force that we got. Alright. Casting Schubert. It's breathing status effects on us. Schubert casting. And also, for first time summons, we hide my face, and then when it comes on screen, we hide the UI. Come on, Schubert. Don't you dare silence. Okay. Here he is. The Dark Messenger, Schubert. $274. So that Guardian Force does... We're trying not to summon too often, because when you see the animations repeatedly, it gets repetitive, but that Guardian Force does percentage damage. That's why when we were fighting them, it did that in the fight. And also that Guardian Force honestly usually misses. I'm kind of surprised that it hit the boss. So Zell's blinded. I'm gonna just keep casting Thunders and doing things with my other two party members that actually can cast and do things useful. Oh, right, before I forget. Secret thing about Final Fantasy games that not everybody knows. I think most people know, but... So this is an undead enemy, if we cast Cure on it, assuming we don't get silenced. Okay, no, it's just Cell. Cell is worthless this fight. So if we cast Cure on an undead enemy, it actually takes damage. Poor Zell. They actually did connect an attack, which is kind of surprising. So, does Selfie have any cures? No. So I think we're actually just going to cast Cures on it with Squall, because that does more damage. Or we could Limit Break it. Yep. It shouldn't have that much more health left. Now. Okay, Zell has 14 hit points. Hang in there, Zell. Hang in there. I am going to throw a Cure on him. Berserk. Who's getting Berserked? It's Squall. Okay. That's not good. That was who had my Cures. Sick of looking at this ugly thing. It's almost dead, I think. Back with you. I'm gonna just use Potion, just in case. I'm getting kind of scared. I feel like it should have died 2 turns ago. Yes, silence the person with Berserk on them. That's going to do a lot for you. There it goes. Alright, it is dead. Zell is dead. All is right with the world. Just kidding, Zell, we love you here. Some zombie powders. I can't believe the president was a fake. I can't believe we fell for it. Oh, okay. So we found out why the president's coming here. It's so that they can appear on the TV station. Why in Timber? We're wondering if the communication tower from the Dalit mission has anything to do with this. Dalit has a communication tower that can transmit and receive radio waves. It has been abandoned for a long time, but they got it up and running yesterday. Wait, that was yesterday? We did the raid mission yesterday, canonically. Damn, we move fast. The only TV station that can handle broadcasts over the air is in Timber. Other stations use HD cable, which only supports online broadcasting. Which means they're planning on using radio waves. So they can transmit images to regions without cable. Also, Wedge is getting dragged off screen by something. I wonder what they're going to broadcast. And why use radio waves? Why would they want to communicate something to the entire world? Selfie sarcastically saying 11 piece. If I remember correctly, radio waves haven't been used in 17 years. And we're wondering if we can hijack the broadcast for ourselves. And so they're huddling in the corner. What do my stats look like? Okay, Zell is just 0 hit points. Let's fix that. Do we have the ability to use Asinius? We don't because we're silenced. I'm gonna just run and use it. I can't. I can't use a tent. I'm gonna heal when I can. Can I see your contract with our garden? Squall's like, I want to look at the fine print before I agree to do anything else. We're acknowledging the Forest House as the hiring party. We didn't understand it. So we're getting a simplified one. Oh, I love this animation also. It's just him talking in fast motion. I'm gonna read this word for word. To the Forest House. This seed deployment contract will last until Timber achieves independence. Please make good use of each seed member. I wish you the best with your objective. Please understand that this contract is an exception and no replacement of any seed members can be made. Balam Garden Headmaster Sid Kramer. Just look at him yap. Look at him yap. There he goes. Until Timber's independence. So we're here for the long haul. Every time they have to do anything, they just go do something else instead. Or pretend to be sick. The ones we'll be heading to the TV station will be... So we have to take Renoa, we have to take Squall. I will take... We can take either Zell or Selfie. I kind of want... Selfie for this, because Zell is not going to be useful until we get some magic to stick on him for attack junctioning. And Squall just kind of has to be in the party. So let's go use a tent. And we're going to go to the TV station. Everyone's better now. Oh, before I forget. So you need a Guardian Force, we'll give you Shiva. And... no point putting anything on that. And then I want to give everyone else Draw again, so that we can stock magic. I think that's everyone. Yep. And then we have one Guardian Force per party member. Easy peasy. Do a quick save of the game. And off we go to the TV station. It's quite close if you take the local train. Which have stopped running. Alright, mission is a bust. Guy dressed as a cadet, gathering information. So they're on to us, and they're looking for us. The captain of the squad wants them to do it calmly, but they just don't care and are running off to do it anyways. Off they go to look for us. And here we are, back in Timber. Located behind a building called Timber Maniacs. And he missed the train, so he's gonna run off and try to catch it. They are a bunch of weirdos, I guess. Oh! There's combat encounters in this city. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so there are now random encounters in Timber because we are wanted fugitives. I might stock some fires because I want to get Zell doing actual damage. Also, we have a new party member, Renoa. She shoots a pinwheel. Just like that. These are easy enemies, so we're not too fussed about it. Some potions, some ability points. Let's go visit the pet shop. So the pet shop is where you find a bunch of stuff for your guardian forces. And there's also some pet pal magazines here, which I'm going to buy. And amnesia greens. So we're actually going to want some of these. I'll grab 5 for now. Amnesia greens makes you forget an ability, which means that... so we only get 2 pages of abilities for guardian forces. And if there's an ability we don't care about, we can just tell them to not learn it. Simple as that. So actually, I think if I go and use amnesia greens on, let's say, Shiva, we can just make them forget summon magic. And then we can't learn that anymore. And that will give us more room to learn other things. So this is how you make this challenge a little bit more feasible. Is you just make them forget things you don't care about. To make room for things that you do. Simple as that. Now, I did buy 2 Pet Pal volumes. Oh, there's a little dog in the corner. Do you know how your dog can use the power of the moon to help you? It's Invincible Moon. And then we got Pet Pals Volume 4. And Lasty Reverse. Oh, that's right, we named our dog last stream. Dog, yeah. How do I... If I go into Renault and I go to status... Yeah, okay. So, we walk around to learn things. I did not mean to walk back inside. Is this... Can we... Okay, there's nothing in here. Am I allowed to leave the city? I don't think so. Trains are currently not running, and they're looking for us. Look at the red guys. Okay, so we're just stalking fires. pet's a dog. Oh, I know. They're cute. If I can leave timber, there's a little something I want to look at. But I don't think I can. Ooh, that's a crit. Clothesline. We've seen these enemies before. No, don't hit me. She seems to have a high critical hit rate. Interestingly enough. And he fell over. Level up. Some Phoenix sounds. Okay, getting some useful things here. I'm going to run around the city a bit. I might run from combat encounters if there's too many of them, but they're easy combat encounters and we need fire, so... We've been neglecting our magic this playthrough and it's starting to show. That building in the background is the place we're supposed to go, Timber Maniacs. Hey, our salary. Okay, there's nothing up here. So that's everything we can do in this place. Who are you? Huh? Okay, he knows who Zone is. And he's from the countryside. Interesting. Oh, that's the Timber Maniacs. Another combat encounter. I might draw with Renoa just because she has a longer attack animation. That way we're wasting a little bit less time. Also, it was implied last stream that Timber used to be a very heavily forested area, and now it's just buildings and concrete. I haven't seen one tree since we've been here. Real quick. Look through our magic. Yep. Okay. Exchange. So we want to stock as many fires on Zell as we can, because fire is junction to his attack stat. And then once we have 99, we can move on to something else. "36 fires. Okay, that's enough fires for now, I think. We can start stocking other magic. Probably blizzards, because I think we have plenty of thunders on, yeah, Selfie. So blizzard's the only basic magic we're really missing at the moment. I'm gonna go back real quick. There's an area, I want to see if there's anything down south. And the trains have stopped running. We already know that. Oh, there's like shops here. So we don't have materials for anything with shops. There's a hotel. Oh, look at this. It's like a little train model. Confirming we can't use the hotel. And Renault apparently knows the owner of the hotel. We just can't stay here because the army is here. There's a cat just sitting on the signpost. And yep, there are guards stationed by the exit, so we cannot leave. So we're going to go back to where we were. Everyone knows who Renault is here. That guy apparently wants to flirt with her. Get one more random encounter along the way. I'm gonna do a summon here, since there's 3 enemies. We'll summon Shiva. Draw some magic while we're at it. Actually get some cure. We got an achievement for drawing 100 spells. Oh, hey, look! There's Lassie. 100 damage. Here it is, Shiva. I'll hide my face for you so you can see the full thing. 550 damage. So yeah, they still do the most damage out of anything else in this game. That does eventually change, I promise. Well, for the most part. What are you doing? Again? So Watts misses that train constantly, apparently. I don't want to wander around too much longer. Just because there are a lot of enemies in this area at the moment. What is that in the background? Something food shop. There's like a food shop in the back. I can't make out the text at the start. And fall over. Get some more experience points, another potion. Schubert leveled up. Is there anything over this way? There's like a whole civilian sector. I'm not gonna go mess with that right now. Kinda looks like Hampton's food shop. Honestly, yeah. Alright, so we're trying to find a back alley to the TV station. I kind of skipped through those dialogue boxes too quickly. I need to not do that as much. Battle Series magazines. So, Timber Maniacs is like a little magazine making place, it seems like. We found a draw point hidden behind the counter with some blizzagas on them. I'll throw this on Renoa. Renoa is our magic bank right now. And run in the back. Little book on the floor. bragging about being an artist. Talk about the dream with Laguna, sure. And he just kind of talks about his own dreams. Why did I bring this up? And he won't stop talking. Oh, look at that PC terminal. Oh, that is so old school. Yes, this is like a publishing studio. Okay, we just walked out of the room on him because he would not stop talking. I want to get this magazine. Found an old issue of Timber Maniacs and finished reading it. Doesn't look like it went to our inventory. Is there anything else we could talk about with him? So back in the day, they were in the middle of a war against a sorceress. The ashtray, yeah. There's so many cigarettes in it. Okay, so this guy just talks a lot. A lot. Way too much. That seems to be his shtick. Just another stupid story by a boring adult. Damn. You're still young, don't let life pass you by. Alright, I get the hint. We're out of here. So there's really nothing interesting inside of Timber Maniacs. We're trying to get behind it. And this lady over here said we should look out the second floor window to get a better view of the back alley. I don't know what they're doing over here. Let's look out the window. Okay, so that looks like it connects to the bar. $10 to look out the window, says the kid. Uh-oh. His mom caught him. Oh no. He's getting spanked. He reduced the price though. It didn't raise you this way. Oh. It's not even our cat. Oh, so they were charging money to help pay to feed the cat. Oh. Alright, yeah, we already talked to this lady. I can't wait to meet a great guy I could scream at and exchange blows with. Damn. Interesting people in this house. Alright, where's the door? Here it is. A guy to exchange blows with. Alright, what's over here? Oh, there's like a whole town area. There's like a little laser... There's a laser grid on the trailway, on the trains. When the trains aren't running, I guess. check the cupboard. Do you like beverages? Yes, I've had a beverage before. So the cupboard won't open. There's like a little circle TV on the wall. It looks like a mirror. And some random gears and doohickeys. Hi, Abby! It's good to see you! The stream's going really well. My sister's here. Say hi. Let's cross the bridge. There's a lot of things to explore here. And 4 trains? No thanks. I don't need to know about all 4 trains. I'll get into another fight with some soldiers, though. You were graciously offered faucet water, but didn't take them up on it. I know! So I just have bad taste, I guess. Okay, so Renoa's job is to draw magic. There's a pub. I have been noticing that every screen seems to have a different background to it. I didn't know there was a girlfriend command in this game. Yeah, that's technically Guardian Force, but we do call them girlfriends sometimes. And follower. Adjust my headphones a bit. Oh, we learned Mend Magic Refine. Okay, let's go adjust the abilities real quick. So we can learn Mid Magic 40% or Attack Junction. I'm gonna learn... Actually, I might learn HP Junction instead. That way we have a bit more health through some of these fights. So that lady offers tells us more about trains if we want. Cross the bridge. This bridge splits apart when the train comes. Apparently they like make a game out of jumping while it races up. I'm gonna go check one more area. Yep, just reminding us the train's not in service. So when the city's not crawling with soldiers, there's places to go and do here. In the Dota world. I'm going to read that in a second, once I'm done doing a combat encounter. I'm going to do a summon here. Let's summon Quizzicautl. Just because there's 3 people. That's kind of my role, is that we do summon when there's just a lot of enemies. Highest damage in the game. Support complains you didn't do enough damage. Yeah, that sounds like Dota. Alright, Quizzicautl. Let's go. And they're dead. So our damage is getting a bit higher. We haven't quite reached the 4-figure damage numbers yet. Can somebody please ban the bot? I'm assuming that it's not just me who can see that. Yep. Thank you, AZ. I appreciate you. It's a lot of seconds to be timed out. Alright, I'm gonna drink some of the tap water. Didn't pop up on my screen. Oh, here it is. I'm not clicking on the tap water. Do I have to talk to him again? I do, okay. We healed. Call it Owl's Tear and sell it to travelers from afar. Oh, so they just sold bottled water. Okay. So we can't open the cupboard, and he tries to yell at us when we try to. Alright, we're gonna run to the bar. I might have to move my PC instead of doing this on mobile. It's not that big of a deal. We have multiple admins here for a reason. Country Bumpkin, he had... Okay, so the soldiers just mugged somebody. And we're gonna fight them. Yeah, these guys are not nice. I'm too slow on the trigger, it doesn't matter. Received a card, a Buell card. I don't know how to say that. What is the shop selling? We probably need to get some tents. I'll grab like 2 remedies, and then I want some antidotes and some eye drops. I think we're good on items after that. Alright, so we got a card that the soldiers stole from somebody. Oddly enough. I am going to split the magic with somebody, I think. Or the cures with someone. Because Squall has all of them. Split. So we get U15. And that should be fine, having it on 2 party members. There's a guy in the back who's drunk. Trains aren't running. Can't stay in the hotel. Being harassed by soldiers. And, oh hey, look, it's the card we just got that they stole from him. And they're blaming the resistance for the town going to hell. Okay, so they're arguing about it. Some people are like, no, you don't get it. The resistance is fighting for independence. Galbadia is the one to blame. This just feels extremely topical at the moment. Let's talk to this guy. Tell him about the card. We're giving him his card back. He says we can keep it. And he gave us a Tonberry card. And he wants help standing up because he's too drunk to stand. The owner just drags him to the side. Okay. Talk to this guy. You know how to tell them apart once you're old enough to drink. Okay, our characters are teenagers, which is still funny to me. Alright, so here's here's the card list, by the way. So we just got this card. Oh hey, that's the pinwheel from the start of the game. And then we also got a Tonberry card. Which, honestly, are not bad cards. So I might try doing some triple triad again at some point. And then we have an Eifert card, which has a 9, a 6, and an 8 on it. And yeah, okay. So I'm gonna try triple triad. Sometimes I will probably save the game before I play again of triple triad. Oh hey, there's the kids. They're talking about the resistance. We failed to kidnap the president. Aww. A little conversation. They're talking about us. Another drunk person behind the bar. I drank too much. Alright. I'm gonna save the game and I'm gonna play a game of Triple Triad and then we'll continue. Yep. Let's play some cards. Open and same. Okay. Trade rule 1. So I'm gonna put my best cards on the line since we just saved the game. What's my other best card? Probably you. Alright. Let's play some Triple Triad. I'm gonna throw this on here. So now that we have a few boss cards, this game is gonna get significantly easier for us to play. Throw Tonberry. Somewhere. Actually, let's put this here. Yep, and then Tonberry here. And now we win. Easy peasy. You forgot about this? You forgot? How could you forget about Triple Triad? So now that we win, we get to pick a card from the opposing team. And if it's blue, that means it's a new card we haven't seen before. If it's yellow, that's a card that we've lost previously. That we used to have, but now we don't have any of them. So I'm going to take the Grat, because it has a 7 on it. Yeah. Alright, Grat card acquired. The open rule has spread throughout this region. So when you play people at cards, and it just sometimes will randomly assign that rule to the region. There's a whole complicated subsystem about Triple Triad rules that, like, basically will spread through the region depending on whatever it is you play someone with. I'm not going to be too concerned with that. So we played a game of Triple Triad, now we're going to proceed with the story. We are going to go for another 90 minutes tonight, by the way. We are trying to do a longer stream. Oh look, it's a little sign that says TV station, and a little box of Super Meat something. Super Meat soup? I don't know. We'll picture meat on it. We're going to go up the stairs. Now that we found the stairs to the TV. Okay, so, a little tidbit here I want to explain. Well, I don't have to pause the game, but I'm going to do it anyways. So if you look at the TV static, it's actually not random. It looks like there's words there in the TV static. I wonder why. I'll let y'all look at that for just a bit. I wonder why there's words in the TV static. A little secret about this game that doesn't get explained. Hey look, an outdoor TV. This noise is broadcast over most frequencies. Something has to be done about this before they can broadcast it over the air. So it seems like the reason that radio communication is not a thing in this game is because there's noise on most radio frequencies. That prevents them from being used. There's too many guards in the TV station, so we can't storm it. So we need to come up with a new plan for how we're going to hijack the broadcast. Because we can't take them on head-on anymore. The Squall's just basically saying we're going to do whatever you tell us, because it's our duty. And Selfie kind of chiming in and saying so, also. And Renoa's kind of sad about that. Oh, what an easy life it must be just to follow orders. All we want is for you to achieve our goal using our help. Alright, do we want to tell her what's on our mind? Yeah, I'll tell you, or forget it. I actually don't remember the consequences of this dialogue. I'll wait a second for chat to catch up and then I'll pick something. Alright, I'm gonna just say forget it. Come on, what's on your mind? You started it. We won't tell her. An order from your client. We're calling her out on being not serious about this. We can't make any decisions without input. We'll just leave it at that. Selfie's kind of like, hey, you're being a bit hard on her. Maybe this was all a big mistake. I thought everything would work out fine when Seed came to help us. So our plans are being cancelled and we're going to disperse. She's saying, no, you probably just think this is a game to us, and it's not. And she runs off. And the broadcast is starting as soon as she runs away. Here it is, the broadcast that they invaded Dalit for and occupied Timber to broadcast. And testing the microphone. What could be so important? People of the world, can you see me? Can you hear me? This is not a recording. This is an actual broadcast over the air. It's been 17 years since a live broadcast has been possible. We would like to present to you today a message from the lifelong president of Galbadia, Vinzer Dowling. The guy that we just tried to kidnap. Broadcast is having a bit of issues holding up. He's wanting to make a proposition. We, the people of this world, have the power to end all wars. Unfortunately, there are some trifling problems standing between Galbadia and other nations, and they must be resolved. There's something broke in the background. He wants to convene with the nation's leaders to solve the problems. Allow me to introduce the ambassador who will be my representative for the conference. The ambassador is the sorceress. And he gets cut off because Cypher's there. Hello? What? Oh shit. Why are Cypher and Quistis in the broadcast? What's going on? For the last time, stay back. You're only going to provoke him. They don't seem to be agreeing on anything. Timber Team, are you watching? Get over here right now. You have permission. I need your help. And the broadcast fades out. First stream in 17 years and they've ruined it. They were introducing the ambassador, who seems to be a sorceress of some kind. Oh, look at that. Look at the bridge to the TV station. And all of the broadcast lights. Like, technicolored. That's cool. Little transition fade-in effect. So Cypher's holding the president hostage. Of course, saying we need to restrain him. Does it literally say the propaganda tower over there? I didn't catch that. What are you planning to do with this guy? Squall's wondering if Cypher's here because they know Renoa. Zell, I get it. Shut your damn mouth. He broke out of the disciplinary room, injuring many in the process. So Cypher broke out of the garden. Zell's losing his temper. Instructor, I know. You're gonna take this stupid idiot back to the garden, right? Uh-oh. Squall saying shut up. And now he knows we're from the garden. With all of these cameras surrounding us. Should anything happen to me, the entire Galbadian military will crush the garden. You can let go of me now. So Zell ran his fucking mouth, and now they know where we're all from. That is a sec-op fail. Cypher's not backing down, though. Hey, look, I'm on TV. I don't know if the broadcast is still going. Alright. So we're following him into the back room. I don't think there's anything in here to actually do. Look at all this camera equipment, though. All these wires and stuff on the floor, like fantasy camera equipment. Ugh. Just want to look at it for a second. Alright. and for some reason the back room is covered in a purple haze. Poor, poor boy. Who is that? Stay away from me. Such a confused little boy. Are you going to step forward? Retreat? You have to decide. Love the song. Oh, you're gonna love the rest of this game then. There's a heart beating in the background. Cypher's just saying, stay back. And Quista's tried to intervene, and it looks like a spell was cast on her. The boy in you is telling you to come. The adult in you is telling you to back off. You can't make up your mind. You don't know the right answer. You want to help, don't you? You want to be saved from this predicament. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Besides, you're only a little boy. Cypher's like, stop calling me that. You don't want to be a boy anymore? She's making hand gestures. So he lets go and the president runs off. Come with me to a place of no return. Bid farewell to your childhood. He literally waves goodbye as a spell is cast, incapacitating us as they leave. Through a portal of some sort, and the haze dissipates. Who was that? Where's Cypher? We don't know. Okay, it does say propaganda tower, you're right. Alright, interesting. So, whoever that lady was just took Cypher and just fucking disappeared. Actually, literally. And we're heading back to town. They found our base. It's completely destroyed. So the resistance base is destroyed. This does not seem to be going well. We have to stay away from timber for a while. She wants to be taken somewhere safe, and she's using our contract to order us to take her somewhere safe. There's a drop point here. And save the game after that. Real quick though. Do I have any additional... I want to check and see something. So if I do mid magic refine, and I turn 5 of these into 1 Fyra. That's not a very good conversion rate, but I want to see if it affects our junction. So it was 29 attack last time. And now, if I go to junction, magic, I go Fyra, okay, so it's 22. So the goal for Zell is to use Mid-Magic Refine to turn fires into Fyras, I think, and then that'll boost our attack stat to do some more damage. I don't think I have any additional fires on me at the moment. But fire is the next spell that we deeply care about. And save the game. So we're going to take a bit of an attack hit on Zell for a bit, which is fine because he doesn't do a lot of damage anyways, in order to try and get more. So we're going to go chill at that lady's house for a bit. The lady that let us look out the window, because they're with the Resistance. This way. Alright, we're just hiding out. She is the leader of the Forest Fox. Almost everyone's a Resistance member in this town. Just most of them are not active. And so we stay here a while. What did Cypher come here for? He came to help us. The Gabadian soldiers are at the door. And we're being told to go upstairs. The legend goes that my mother took down many soldiers with her strength, cooking, and beauty. Selphie is so mean. The beauty part makes it sound like a legend. Jeez. It's almost like people age. And the cat, making the cat noises. Oh, look at the cat. For now, I'm wondering if Cypher's alright. Cypher was so angry that it was just 3 of us dispatched. And that's why he came to Temper. Goes the cat. I'm just talking to party members to try and progress the story a bit. What's going to happen to Cypher? Everyone's feeling sorry for him. Squall's like Cypher would hate to hear that people felt that way about him. Why do you think Cypher might already be dead? The president of Galbadia and the sorceress joined forces. Cypher attacked the president. And that's why he's probably dead. So that lady we saw was the sorceress. Not everything works out the way you want it to. Reality isn't so kind. And Squall saying you can feel less pain if you don't get your hopes up. Whatever wish you have is none of my business. You're mean. Yeah, he is. Meanie. Squall backing off, saying sorry. Okay, Galbadia is taking off. This is our chance to skip town. Erno stops and looks at us for a second before taking off. What is Zell doing? He's kind of chilling in the corner. Alright, so where are we gonna go? Nothing can let you down if you're already down. Yeah, it's basically Squall's outlook on life. So we're talking about where we're gonna go. Garden Code, Article 8, Line 7. In the event that returning to the assigned garden is not possible, report to the nearest garden. Which from here would be Galbadian Garden. As you go through the forest west of the station to get to Galbadia Garden. Interesting. So we're headed to the opposing garden for some reason. I'm gonna stick Zell in the party for a bit, I think. Let's get out of here. And the Resistance giving us some items to take with us. As you do. Alright, so we are off to take a train. Mystery Man. Oh, it's Zone! He's dressed up. The guy with the stomach issues. There's no more tickets left. He has bought everyone a ticket already. And 3 for Seed. The last one is for Zone. Actually, he changed his mind. He's giving it to us. And now he's pretending to have a stomach bug so that we can't give it back to him. That's not alright. I'm just saying you have to survive so we can liberate Timber. My friend is doing a birthday thing in VR, but I'll have the VOD. Yours are chill and by the ear enough that I can run it while I work tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I hope you have a good birthday party. It was good seeing you around. Take care of yourself, okay? We're gonna go for about 1 more hour, I think, until we find a good stopping point. But I'll see you around. Alright, so we're off to East Academy. I wonder if I can check the cupboard of this place. Alright, we still can't access that. So this house supports a family of 5. Damn. All those people in that tiny little space. Alright, off to the East train. Bound for Dalit, stopping at East Academy. This is the last train for today. Let's get on. Go through the forest west of the station. Off we go. So that whole plan did not go very well, and now we are fleeing because we can't go back to the garden. And now, silence. Squall trying to reassure everyone, but Selfie's just too excited to be on the train. Next up, Galbadia Garden. Zella's been very quiet. Dude is just really bummed out. Weren't you just saying something? Well, we made it. Someone's into naughty magazines. Thanks. That's information I definitely needed to know. I guess that's how we're supposed to thank them later or something. Alright. Let's go check on Selfie. I'm just chilling in the train window. And singing the train song. Zal, buddy. What's going on? And leave Zal alone. Let him sit with his thoughts, I guess. And we're off to Galbadia Garden. East Academy Station. Get off? That's where we're going. Alright, so that area over there with the road is where we're going to go. We're back on the world map. If we follow this track back, we actually can, I think, go back to Timber. I want to check something first, though. So Galbadia Garden's over here. And now that we have access to the world map, I want to run around a bit and just look at places. There's a car over there. Now, if we stay on the road, we won't have any combat encounters, I believe. Right, okay. I think it's the same for the railroad tracks also, so I want to check the card, but I think there's a secret over here as well. We're going to that inlet over there where the lake's at. And if you check the menu, you can actually check where you're at on the road map on the bottom left. So we're in Rochefort Forest right now. Yep, that's timber. That's where we just came from. Now if we go here, we're going to get into a combat encounter. I want to do a few of these just to see what enemies are on the world map. Birds. We got little armor birds. Mystery magic that we haven't seen before. What is it? Some floats. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna just do some physical attacks. Have Selfie draw some magic. Because I want to see how much damage Self's physical attacks do now. Still not a lot, honestly. But that's why we're stocking up on magic, so we can junction it and get some more stats. These things are a little beefier than the other enemies. Do another volley of attacks and see if it falls over. Wind Blast. Alright. That's the thing about this game, is that starting... Alright, it finally died, so it's not that resilient. But I will say with this game, because you're spamming summons and one-shotting everything for a lot of the game, you don't get to see a lot of the enemy attacks if you're playing it without restricting yourself. So we're purposely being a bit underpowered, and we get to see more of the game as a result. Which means more enemy attacks, more enemy designs, that kind of stuff. Oh, it has like little spikes on its chest that it uses to attack. Yeah, it's like using wing spikes. Selfie is probably the strongest party member we have at the moment, just because of the magic junction that we have. Alright, battle encounter has been won. We found a windmill and a sheer feather. Huh. And 6 ability points, not bad. Yeah, you're still here? Yeah, we're going to go for about another 50 minutes or so, I think. We're doing some combat encounters, just to stock up on magic and look around the world map a bit. Of attacks. And it fell over. Oh, we got a card for it. Okay. This must be Obo Lake. Let's try humming. A black shadow rose to the surface. Let's try humming again. Hello, human. What a lovely tune. Thanks for speaking to me again. Can you do me a favor? It's my friend Mr. Monkey. Can you find him for me? Huh. Interesting. So this is actually a secret that I didn't know about for a very long time. If you go to this part of the map and you press X, there's an NPC here. It's a black shadow. Mr. Monkey should be in a forest somewhere. Keep walking around and I'm sure you'll find him. If he's not around, perhaps he took a train towards Dalit. So this is a little secret side quest mission. So it looks like there's a car over there, and a car over there. I think those are just blocking the world map so that we can't go those places yet. Oh hey, some fungars. We fought these when we were playing Laguna. And he attacked us with a laser. Cool. Sleeps and scans. Don't care. Just hit it. And it's dead. No, it's not. I always wondered in games like these what triggers the battles code-wise. I think it's just random generation. With random generation, there's something called a seed, where it's just, oh hey, you know, a seed, as in the game we're playing. But also, it just checks a random value every so often while you're moving, and if the value matches up to the one that's like arbitrarily inside to the range it can be in for combat to trigger, then it'll trigger. Okay, so I did see that there were some cars stationed up here that blocked us from going this way. So I'm gonna purposely walk around this forest a bit, and then we're gonna just take the road to continue going to Calbadia, because I want to see what's in the forest for combat encounters. Just more fungars. Oh, that cockatrice. That's different. Okay, so we have thunders here. Uh-oh. That timer does something. Alright, we're gonna kill the cockatrice first. I don't want to find out what that timer does. In fact, I might summon a Guardian Force here. And also, you might be noticing now that there are new combat animations because we've leveled up a bit since we fought these enemies, so now they're stronger. So this fight looks kind of scary. We're going to summon Quizzicatle. I don't want to game over. I haven't saved in a bit. It usually throws the dice every tick of the game. Yeah. Also, hi, Easy! I hope you've been well today. The fact that you and my sister are in the same room together in chat room is just... I'm trying not to key mash in real life right now. Alright. I have been doing great working on the video machine more. Yeah! I'm excited to see that come together. Electrical discharge. Oh, that's a fun attack. That does a lot of damage, actually, damn. Okay, so... we're gonna cast a blizzard on it. This thing has a lot of hit points, apparently. Upward kick. TQ Blizzard, yeah. Damn, okay. This is a rough combat encounter. I'm gonna summon Ifrit. If I game over here, I'm gonna be upset. So we're gonna just break out all the stops here. Come on. How much health do you have? Like, geez, this is a lot of damage. If it has a lot of hit points, I might just run. 393. It's almost dead. Okay. This is electrocute when fully grown. Well, I guess it's fully grown. Alright, let's summon Ifrit. Hopefully this kills it. I guess it's fully grown, yeah. Yeah! Alright, eat Fireball. It's still not dead, damn! Alright. Please, please let this be the finishing blow. And a Rough Divide. Yeah, this thing is absolutely dead now. Okay, that was a very difficult combat encounter. We're gonna have to start getting a bit more serious with getting our magic stuff together. Alright. Every Guardian Force leveled up from that. Let's heal up. Use a Phoenix down. Add a tent while I'm at it, actually. Alright, so where is Fire Refine? I have 2 Magic Stone pieces. So I'll turn these into Fires, and then I'll turn them into Fires. Feels like a bit of a waste, but we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to our power level. Victory song with selfie on the ground, though. That's what happens sometimes, yeah. Alright. Ability. Mid-Magic Refine. We're going to turn those fires into fires, and then our attack stat should go up a bit. Yeah, 24. Okay, so every 5 Fyros is 1 attack point, it seems like, for Zell. I'm going to save, actually, for that. Yeah, let's just do a quick save, just in case. And... Alright, we're going to take this road to the Galbadian Garden. After one more combat encounter, I lied. Okay, more of these things. These things don't scare me that much. Usually the forests have the scarier enemies in them, so that's why I like to dip in there sometimes. How much damage does Zell do? I wasn't paying attention. 83, which is with nothing junction versus... $77. Okay. He's getting up there. Because Squall always crits, so doing comparable damage to a crit with no junctioning is... you're getting up there a tiny, tiny bit. Stock more floats. Miss the trigger because I'm bad. And stop some blizzards while I'm at it. Honestly, probably a good thing that we're doing some grinding right now. Getting some more magics. If we're struggling that hard against basic enemies that are slightly above our combat level at this point. Damn, this thing is beefy. Because if we didn't break out their Guardian Force summons, that thing could have absolutely killed us. And it's dead. A Sheer Feather? Actually, real quick. ability. Can I use those feathers for anything? Arrows and tornadoes. Okay, yeah, that's something. A windmill and a shear feather. Interesting, okay. What else do I have that I can turn into magic? Not much, just those. Alright, that seems like something, so let's just see. I'm gonna put these on Zell, and then move them around if they're not useful for Zell. Junction. Magic. Okay, yeah, tornadoes do... okay, that's our best option right now. We'll continue stocking fires, and then... because we're not going to find more tornadoes, so... we have 30 attack now on Zell. And then I'm going to put the arrow... on Selfie until we get enough fires to replace the tornado junction. Alright. Give all. So that's kind of like... you're seeing now that we're starting to use the item refinement a bit more, and that's honestly the secret to how you play this game, at least in my opinion, because you don't want to get stuck in the trap of junctioning... Actually, I want to check Selfie and see if putting floats on here would boost the magic more. No, it does not. Okay. Thundaga having 80 Thundaga on magic is just going to be the best thing that we have for a while, I think. And then does Squall have any useful junctions? Not really. Squall needs to train this guy until he has finished what we want to learn. We're getting there, though. Grinding some ability points. Walking our way to Galbadia Garden. Getting a bit stronger. Not a ton stronger, but a bit. And now we have to take the forest. I think. Wait. Oh no, this is Dalit. We went the wrong way! Oh no. Alright, it's fine. We're on the road. Although, I think there's a side quest here. So, where's the place we need to go? East of the station, they said. This was not east of the station. I see. Where is... oh, I think the side quest we need to do is here, though. Save, just in case I hit the floor. Yeah, the Mr. Monkey. Maybe they took a train to Dalit. Alright, what's the situation? 3 Fungars? That's a summon. Just do some summons, knock this thing out as quickly as possible. Zell's asleep at the wheel. Watch the lengthy battle animation. I think there is a setting where you can skip the longer animation, but I'm not planning on doing this a lot. That did, like, no damage, okay. I am wondering if some of these sound effects are different from the PlayStation 1 version, because I remember this sounding differently. And they're dead. Absolutely not, it was the same. Okay. I believe you. There's the monkey! Let's sing. You suck. The monkey disappeared into the forest. Okay. So I happen to know that it is a secret quest that expands the entire world. So we found the monkey. I'm not going to go back to the shadow and let him know we found him until much later in the game. I hope I don't forget. I've had so many core memories unlocked in the past few hours, that's why we do this. Just attack this, it doesn't have anything good. And it dies in one hit. Cool. I think those things have screws on them. I couldn't find any items. 1 ability point. 100% worth my time. So we could go back to Dalit if we want. I want to continue with the main story. If you look actually at the top of the screen, you can barely see it. That's actually the communication tower. You can't really see it. You can see it later when we get certain vehicles, but... Alright, I'm going to try and find my way back onto the main storyline course. We want to go east. I think this is the forest, actually, that we need to go through. Yeah, this is. Okay, so we're going to save the game. We're going to go through the forest. We're not too far from Galbadia Garden, though. Aren't there safe places you can walk to avoid battles, or am I crazy? That's the road. That's why we were walking on the road. So we're worried that if we go to Galbadia Garden, that we're going to get caught and arrested. So I was worried about Balam Garden. Oh, so he's upset because he's the one who accidentally told everybody that we're from Balam Garden. And that's what he's been mulling over for the past few hours. You think the president will retaliate on the garden? Squall says maybe. Oh, they wouldn't lose to the Galbadian army, would they? Renault's giving us shit for being a terrible leader. Do you actually have fun acting so callous towards your comrades? Also, I love that the Renua, who's part of the resistance, uses the word comrade. Fucking love this game. So I want your support. Any kind of encouragement will make. And so Paul's getting lectured. About not seeming to care about other people. Are you listening? And there's a droning noise. And everyone's passing out again. Sal says, I think they went to the dream world. Alright. Here we are. We're back to watching Laguna. And we seem to be lost again. This is not the place. Or we're supposed to be, this is not it. brought the wrong map. So you weren't here for the last stream. Sometimes our characters just flash back to these random characters. Laguna, Kiros, and Ward. Got a bad feeling about this. Unfamiliar always happens. You mean the unexpected, right? You only got the un part right. Make sure all of the gear's equipped. Can do. Alright, so who's who in this scenario? Quistis is... Alright, I see. So Quistis is Ward. Ward's not going to be the most useful. Laguna is Squall. Alright, so Kiros is going to be our damage dealer this flashback sequence. We seem to be infiltrating somewhere. What is this place? Found some sleeps. This place is strange. Why have you been running around so strange? Looks like we've got company Esther soldiers. Still wearing those flashy uniforms. So we're fighting Esther soldiers. I wonder where Esther is. And back to the best battle music in the game. These guys are a bit stronger than the other enemies were last flashback, but they're still relatively weak. Wasn't our mission just to patrol? I think I can just do some attacking here. I want to see what magic they have. Fires. We want to stock up on fires, actually. I'm going to do a few rounds of draw on these enemies just because they're easier. Give them a couple times to attack, I suppose. We need these to boost up Zell's attacking points. They have shotguns on their sides. I guess I can stock Thunders on Ward, also. Catch up on our magic drawing that we haven't been doing enough of. Since we've been scraping by on the item refine. So I'm gonna max out magic for both people on fire and then whoever else on water. So we're gonna draw as many fires as we can and as many thunders as we can on the person who has thunder equipped. And then that'll be what we do this combat. And then we'll have it taken care of for a bit. Might take a bit. I think the game will give you a message when you're at the maximum, so that you don't waste. It just won't let you stock over 99. And then once a character maxes out, they'll just start attacking. Get in there. I think I could just hold down the X button, actually. Yep, okay. Because it's on memory cursor, so we can just hold it down until we're stocked up. Riveting gameplay. At least it's still the best battle music in the game. Did I say that already? I'm kind of sleep deprived. I didn't get a lot of sleep today. I hope the stream has still been enjoyable to watch despite the sleep deprivation. But we're gonna go about another 30 minutes. I want to wrap up this flashback sequence, and then we're probably gonna call it for the night. It's great? I'm glad. Okay. Enjoying this a lot. Hell yeah! I always worry that the combat encounters are kind of boring, but I feel like it's boring to me because I've seen it 100,000 times, but it's probably still novel to the people who are actually watching it. Okay, we received 1 fire. I think that means we're maxed out. Yeah, no more space. Okay, so Kyrsa's gonna start attacking. This is my first impression. Yeah! Having fun listening and watching while also poking at things that don't need much focus. I suppose that is the point of a Twitch stream, isn't it? Just low effort content. Using a harpoon handheld weapon is wild, I know. And I love that he like runs to go get it every time. So we're almost fully stocked on magic that we need. And we can start converting the fires to physical attacks when we get out of the flashback sequence. Kyros is really cool. Although I will say that Kyros is supposed to be mage. And is physically attacking. So we can speed this up by just casting some spells if we want. Start taking some of these people out. Yeah. That's not what I meant to do. I'll take them, I guess. Really? I probably should have killed him at the start of the combat encounter and then drawn off the last enemy, but we're not very good at min-maxing. Okay, we're out of room for thunders. I think that's good for stocking for right now. Because all of those fires that we drew, the reason I'm drawing them on multiple characters is because we're going to refine them into fires. So we want more than 100. Because it's a 1-to-5 ratio. Which I think means we need 500 total for 100 fires. Yeah, that's basic math. Wow, I can't do basic math anymore. Okay, we got some potions. 3 ability points, and a lot of magic. Alright, so we're making a run for it, because we are at a magic facility place that we should not be at. I don't know which way I'm going. Okay, that seems like it's deeper in... Oh, I think this is the secret section. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna just start fighting normally. Yeah, take your time. You just attack things. basic grunt soldiers don't need to do a lot of effort. Also, good to know I can hold the cursor down for memory cursor, because that's going to speed up the inputs a bit. It's a ladder that leads down. So there is a neat thing with this part of the game that I don't remember how to do, so there's a chance we might miss a secret. But since these flashbacks take Laguna's legs cramping up and saying he needs to exercise. Stretch before he exercises, and Ward says that last pedal does not count as exercise. Alright. So in this sequence specifically, there's... Pick it up. What is this? Old key. He picked it up and he dropped it. Lost the old key. Huh. Okay, so we found the key and then we dropped the key. Interesting. So in this sequence specifically, before I lost my train of thought, there are things you can interact with that will change how the world is configured in the future. So we're going to loosen the doors in the floor so that when the Esther soldiers come to chase us, they'll fall through the hatch. We're going to do that in a second, because we can't go back once we do that. So I'm going to check and see if there's anything on the way that we came from first before I do those traps. Because once we fiddle with those, we can't go backwards. That was a critical hit. Fully explore this area and make sure we're not going to miss anything before we proceed. Schubert leveled up. A lot of combat encounters here. Thankfully they're easy enemies. Where's the Connell level up? Wait, what is this? Okay, that's inside. So I'm gonna go back up the ladder and go the other way and see if there's anything that direction. The old RPG trope of it looks like you're going the right way, so it's time to backtrack. Rub your face on everything. Nope. Up. Nope. Okay. He went back down the ladder because I input it wrong. Go back up the ladder. Alright, what is this way? Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, so there's like a central platform. There's a draw point. And a combat encounter. And we're attacking them from behind. And they're dead. Confuse found. Sure, I'll stock some confuse. 15 confuses, damn. That's a lot. Okay, so there's nothing here, it looks like. Maybe. There's a ladder here, maybe? What is this? Oh, this is like a different... Okay. I see, I see. What is that? Shell and mystery magic. 6 protects. Telekinesis lifts us up, turns us around, and drops us on the floor. Damn, that's cold. So this thing has telekinetic powers. Let's kill it. I might actually do a scan. Assuming I don't get silenced. I got silenced. Cool. Well, sucks for you, I guess. You just get to die faster. I'm gonna cast a blizzard on it, because it seems to have a lot of hit points. That little run animation. He's like, I'm gonna hit you. And then he hit us. And it's dead. Very expressive animated creature thing. Whatever Gesper's called. Black hole and Gesper's card. We had a black hole. What does this do? Quistis can learn the blue magic spell Degenerator. Ooh. I don't think I've actually shown off Quistis's... Okay. So this is the same place we came. I can't seem to... it's like I can't fiddle with that for some reason. I can only fiddle with this one. Tamper with it. Alright, we removed the handle. Interesting. Now we can't go back. And there they go. Can I fiddle with the other handle? I can. Tamper with it. It's not moving because something's stuck. Okay. Alright, so what if I do another loop around the facility? And then I fiddle with the other handle. I know this section's taking a bit, so we might go a little over. Just because I'm trying to be completionist about it. And I do apologize for that. Hopefully it doesn't perturb anyone. And then, okay, so we're gonna do a loop. We're gonna go back the way we just came from and see if we can fiddle with the other handle. And if we can't, we're just gonna continue. We're still silenced. Oh, it seems to be a bit stronger. Didn't fall over this time. There it goes. Okay, with me, stream fun. Look like people are enjoying it. I should probably stop asking if people are enjoying it because they keep telling me that they're enjoying it. Alright, so we're gonna go down the ladder again. Oh, this one looks different. What are you? Fire, Thunder, Blizzard. Okay. I think it's just the same enemy with a different color. It knows Blizzara, though. Damn, it looks like it hurts. Pixel fade out. Yeah, we're just gonna hit it a bunch of times. Alright, so that's like a stronger variant of Esther Soldier. I see. I'm getting some ability points, learning some stuff. Alright, let's see if we can fiddle with the handle. Are these side guards anything? Not really. Okay. Okay, so I think I messed this section up. Which is fine. So we can't open that door because we can't go back the other way. Basically, I think you were supposed to have to do it in a specific order, and I couldn't find the exact spot to interact with it last time, so I assumed it was just broken. It's not that important. I think it's just like a magazine or something we'll miss out on if I do it wrong. Because we can come back here later, and then those doors will be open. Whichever ones we picked up. So we're only going to get one door's worth, I think. Now to remember where to actually go. Because this way is not correct. And then the draw point we just did. Also, what is this place? We're mining a bunch of rocks. Or, we're not doing it. The Esther soldiers are mining a bunch of rocks. And it seems to be this weird blue crystalline structure that we're burrowing into. A lot of scaffolding. Smooth, round, structural supports everywhere. Oh, I love that zoom in on the face. Look at me. Look at my visor. I love the outfits on those soldiers. It's like that, like sci-fi skin-tight battle aesthetic kind of thing. Alright, so we're going to go back inside. What was the deal with this key that we lost? I'm gonna try and fiddle with this handle one more time. Just to see if going off screen changed anything. Yeah, it's very precise. You have to like be in the exact right spot to fiddle with it. Weird. Okay, so it won't even let us interact with it. It's fine. There was probably a guide or something I could have looked up, but I'll live. I am going to run from this because it has too much hit points for me to care about. Get out of here. I don't need to fight you. We've already fought you. We know what you do. So now we're gonna go north. That looked like it hurt. Got another potion. Siren leveled up. I'm gonna use my echo drops, I think. Now that we're actually gonna progress. I don't have echo drops. Huh, okay, I'll throw a remedy down instead. So we can actually use spells again on Laguna. What is this? It's a boulder of some kind. What is this? I don't know what this is. I'm gonna go see if there's something near the boulder I can mess with. At least this music is up. I think I've said that 3 times now. I like this music a lot. Okay, it's good music. It seems like the enemies are starting to take a bit longer to go down. Okay, we just got an achievement for killing 100 enemies. What is up here? Blue, red switch, and 2 fuses. So we're gonna press the longest boulder first, I think. So there it goes. Huh. Oh, and that opened the other door. Okay. They're kind of antsy about doing it, but it seems like we're still alive, so let's do the one for the nearest boulder now. A little running animation. And then we're chasing out more soldiers. We just blocked off another section, which opens the last door. Okay, so we did all of them. That was awfully quiet. Okay, so what's up here? This looks like we're going further inside. So maybe let's not do that. I might start running from combat encounters. Just to try and get this done before we spend too much time. Unless everyone just happens to get a turn on an easy one. Come on, I was almost off that screen. Yeah, so like these like one guys. You can just take those out. I want to do everything, because we're never going to have a flashback sequence in this place again. Alright, so what is over here? Oh, okay. I think, so that, like, tube is where we need to go. That's the boulder that... Oh, okay. We pushed another one. You have to go around touching everything like a kid, don't you? Whatever, man. Thanks to be, those Aster soldiers in that rock are history. It's like killing two pigs with one stone. Alright, we found some cures. Cool. So we're just wrecking havoc in whatever place this is. Okay, this is another loop. So I think we've done everything that we need to do here. And we can save at the save point and progress the game. We've touched every boulder, we've opened every door, we've killed every weird hand telekinetic gremlin glove thing, and we escaped. Save the game. And so I'm gonna do... I might do this combat encounter on the next stream, actually, because we are at 3 hours, and this would be a good stopping point, even if it is a little bit anticlimactic. So, everyone, thank you for watching the stream. I appreciate having all of you here. I will say, I think that the recap is going to be a bit more difficult now that we're doing 3-hour streams. Thank you, this was amazing. Yeah, I'm glad that you had a good time. I'm actually curious. Okay, my chat's still up. So, yeah, this is what we do every Monday and Wednesday. Today was Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. So the next stream is going to be Monday. We're going to start at the same time, so 6 p.m. MST. I don't know what time that is for you. My voice is hurting a little bit, actually. I'm not used to talking for this long of a period of time, so we'll see if we stay with the 3-hour streams. I'm hoping I'll get used to it. If not, we might stick to 2 or 2.5 hours, and we'll go from there. So usually at the end of the stream, I like to raid someone. I'm just going to see if there's anybody who's online at the moment. Twitch TV. Who's online right now? Looks like... Okay, the only stream I see is of 18+ one, so we're not going to raid tonight. But this was a fantastic stream, and I'll see all of you on Monday. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Thank you for the stream. You make me proud. Aww. Thank you. Y'all take care of yourselves.